After I finished building my Connect 4 board over there, specifically the counter, I realized I was actually pretty pleased with how it all turned out, specifically the counter. I used MC Edit and I cut it out of there because I built it on site over there originally. Cut it out, added a reset button that resets both of them. But I decided I wanted to make more varieties of counter, not just the two-player three-point counter. I ended up coming up with this. This is a two-player six-point counter with attached displays. Though shortly after building it, I realized I can't think of any game where the goal is to reach 6 points, and I ended up coming out with this. It's just the same thing, but it's a 5-point counter. The idea behind the counter is each button press will raise your points by 1. There's no specific wiring to tell who has more points or whatever. It's all determined by who's looking at it. It cycles all the way to the maximum, and then the button press after you reach full points will reset it. This one's my favorite because it is the first one I built after I did the 3.2 person counter. So far I've got a 6-point counter, a 5-point counter, a 4-point counter. I redid the 3-point counter so it's slightly smaller. It's actually 1 longer and 1 less wide, and I think 3 shorter. So that's good. And then I've got this massive 10-point counter, which I don't know if this will ever see any use. Like, I guess it might be good for like a large-sized spleef arena if you had a referee keeping score and you wanted to do multiple rounds, though I can't imagine, like, with how long spleef takes to play and then reset the arena, it might be a pain to want to go for 10 rounds, though if you had multiple teams, or rather 2 teams with multiple players, you could keep track of the overall team's score. I don't know, I've never played spleef, so, but I couldn't really think of any other way to rig up a display to a 10-point counter. There it goes, resetting. So it's pretty massive, I guess, in comparison to the other ones, though overall not as big as I would have expected it, considering it is a 10 counter. But yeah, I've got schematics already uploaded for all of these to my Mediafire. I'll probably just link to the folder that they're in for downloads, and then we'll do the same on Reddit, probably. There it goes, going up. So, yeah, I imagine somebody might have some use for these for any sort of server-based games that would be helpful to keep track of points for. I don't know. I don't know if anybody would download these. I know I might use them eventually. But that's it. I'm gonna maybe try for 7 and 8 and a 9-point counter, but the displays might be pretty awkward. But anyway, that's all the counters. So yeah, thanks for watching.